Hello. Welcome. Just thought I do a vlog video while I'm out on a walk, just to say how confusing the intelligence score setup is appearing to, or what we are hearing anyway, in terms of charging your vehicle and what Octopus will do with the car that they control. So it's getting trickier and trickier, but I'm hoping Octopus are normally good. They've looked at all the angles and listening to other videos from other YouTubers like Nick, Evie, Ramo. I think there's something, he said there's a button. There'll be a button to say if you've reached your 6 hours, then the car will stop charging. Then if you tick that, then that would be good. I think that's what I heard anyway, because that will be what we need, really. It gets a bit confusing, or I say this as almost a middle-aged man. Imagine other people, other not so tech-savvy people trying to jump into the renewable world. It's not great, because we have to be on what we are using. We know everything in terms of our kilowatts. I'll stop filming because I've got people in the public area that don't want to be on YouTube. So I'm continuing now. People that are not tech savvy, it's hard enough. All they need is to be aware what time they charge and what time they'll stop charging and their car is full in the morning, and that's it. Others like us, we like the minute detail. We like knowing the kilowatts, hours, what we've used. And for myself, really, I've got a couple of batteries in there. I've got 18.8 kilowatt hour batteries in there that I charge also. What does that mean? Because my system is set up that it doesn't charge the vehicles. It takes from the grid, and it's set up in that way that it charges from 23:30 until 5:30 in the morning. So what happens there, I know the setup is not going to change, but I have issues where when the car is charging, when they are controlling the car, they are up and down. So if my battery is not zero, then it gets confused and it stops charging the car. The whole system falls apart. But when I'm at 5% battery levels, that's when I'm taking from the grid. So in winter times like this, it's fine because I drain all the batteries anyway up to 5%. So it's easier. By the time I get to 6 p.m, I'm back on the grid. So that will work out easier for me. But it's that issue where I plug in the car at 8. I was not one of the people that used to game the system. I don't think I was. Yes, I used to plug sometimes at 8 p.m. and the car will start charging and the house will be cheaper. Yes, sometimes I did that, but I wasn't gaming the system. It's when I plugged in the car, I didn't want to go out again later on, and Octopus will charge that. I won't change my batteries to suit that time. I didn't do that. So I'm quite happy for them to control it and give it 6 hours if there's a tick button that we need to use, so that we don't end up going on to the peak, as they are calling the pump rate. I don't want to do that. So it would be handy if there's a button to say the car only charges for 6 hours, even between 8 and 2 a.m. in the morning. Then it stops, and that's fine. I'm happy with that. It's when you have to start doing more things and more, tweaking of your system and all that. It will be okay for people that like doing it. But if we're trying to encourage people, when I set up this YouTube channel, it was because I wanted to learn. I wanted to know more. I wanted to share that information as well, that is out there. It's hard enough anyway now, explain it to someone that I charge my car at night on a cheap rate. It costs me £4 now. You know, it's hard enough to tell someone that because they think, really, are you serious? You know, it's hard enough as it is now when we say that, and that our savings are on the fuel, on the electricity that we use. So if you bring in more tweaks, more buttons, more techie things that they need to do, then people are not going to enjoy, you know, coming over to using sustainable electricity and all that. And yeah, that's my take really. This is the 29th when I'm filming this. It's the 29th of December, and in January that's when the new Octopus intelligence score system changes. And I was in two minds at one point. Do I move back to Octopus Go and have the 5 hours only, or pay great, then I don't need to do anything, you know, everything is set up like that, and I plug in the car, they charge for 5 hours and happy days. I might do that, you know. I've seen a YouTuber, one of the YouTubers as well, a Rambling channel, I think the Rambling channel, I think it says, and he moved to OVO and he's regretting it because he moved because of the heat pump deal that they had, and that deal is being cancelled. So it's tricky out there, you know, with the confusion and everything. I hope they can keep it simple for people and everyone, so that when we are trying to explain and teach others and encourage others to move to heat pumps and solar energy and batteries and electric vehicles, you know, we don't have to explain too much. It's a straightforward process and easy to go. On my setup myself, moving to my setup, I always knew I'll be finishing the batteries before in winter, because having looked at my usage in December last year and December this year, I've tweaked my heat pump settings a bit. Now the house, the minimum it goes is about 20, even during the night. I know some of you might be saying, shaking your head thinking it's a boiling house. It's not. I could do it more, but I'm being conservative there. You know, the lowest it goes is 20 at night, sometimes 19, depending on what the wife says. When she wakes up and says, oh, I've been sweating, I reduce it by 1 degree in the night, and it hovers around the 22, 23 mark during the day when we are in the house. That is around 3 p.m. and 10 p.m. That's when it goes down to 20 or 19. So all is fine there. The usage is high in winter, that's for sure. With my setup, my batteries are coming in handy. I am running on batteries now, just checked. It's almost 12:30 on the 29th of December now. I'm still at 57%, but say that we haven't been in the house. The kids are not around and the family is not here, so it's only been me in the house, so I haven't been doing anything. When everyone is around, there's everything happening. Dishwasher, you know, washing machine and the dryer, they're all going. So, and I didn't charge the cars in the last 2 days as well, which, looking at my setup, it's saying yesterday in the morning I'd used £1.63. I think by the end of the night that should be around £2 or £3 really, and today it will be similar really, which is good with the heat pump. My monthly, I'm expecting my bill, my December bill, I expect it in 12 days. It was saying on the Octa8, I use an Octa8 as well for that. It was saying £143 so far has been spent, and forecast is looking at around the forecast is like a dog behind me. The forecast is looking at around 244, which is a saving, that's for sure. Yes, my setup cost me 7.5, and I'm only saving almost £100 in winter, £100 each month. So last year my bill was around 360. in winter. Each month 360 in December and 354 I think it was. I'll check, I'll put them on the screen when I'm editing. I'll check for you. They were around the 300 mark. And if I can save £100 a month, that is good going, I would say. That is not too bad. So yeah, more housing coming up here in our hoods. There's still nice public place to walk around, and there's a lake there, so it's all nice and easy going. So I'll let those guys go by with their dogs so that they're not on the camera, as you can see behind me. So yeah, new house is coming through, and there's a lake as well there. Hold on, press that like button and subscribe. Press the like button and subscribe. So yeah, just my thoughts really. This video was more my thoughts on the new intelligence Octopus Go changes, and if they are easy to understand. We will see as we go through the months how, you know, if it's sustainable, if it's easier to use, because all we don't want is, you know, to confuse everyone, to be aware of, you know, you're charging your house, you're charging. I don't know how Octopus will know when I'm charging my batteries and when it's going to the house. I think my setup says it's going to the home. It doesn't say it's going to the batteries. You know, unlike with the car, you can see that it's going to the car. So that is where my confusion is when they say, you know, your car is the one being charged at 7p, your house remains at a higher, or what they're saying is you charge, see how confusing it is. When I charge the car from, let's say, 8 p.m. until 2, everything is on the chip, right? That's fine. Then the house remains on the chip. Everything is on the chip as well there. So, but you can only do it up to 6 hours on the car. And as we dip into the chip rate anyway for the house, 23:30 until 5:30, everything is cheap as well. It's hard to get your head around it, but I'll be happy if there is that toggle, that button that they're talking about, to say there's more people coming over, so I'll slow down so I don't record them. You know, it gets more confusing. Cheers, thank you. I wish we make it easier. I will see if Intelligent Go, as I said earlier, if Octopus Go is the best way for me for 5 hours, but I'll be losing, you know, an hour. I'll be okay on my house batteries. I think they do slow down when it gets very, very nippy, minus degrees. They do slow down the charging to around 3, I think, not to damage the cells. We did have an issue there, but I think they've sorted that issue out. I've got a smaller inverter, so they charge at 3.7. If I add another battery, I won't be able to charge them fully anyway. So I think my setup as it is, I think I can only go as far as 3.7 if with the 2 batteries, if I want to charge them, because my solar system is too small. It doesn't really, I've just generated about 1.6 kilowatt hours since March. So having an extra battery will mean an extra battery and an inverter, so that I can have a bigger charging speed for all 3 batteries. The 2, I think that's the optimum setup really with what I have. Yes, I put 7.5 in it, and during winter now I'm saving £100 a month. So for the 3 months, the coldest months that we know, November, December, January, if I'm saving £300 in that period, I think it's a good investment, definitely. In winter, my bills are about £80 to £90 with what I export, because I do drain my batteries during the summer into the grid. Then again, they might reduce the export rate. And when I say these figures, I just need also to give the context and say my electricity bill is 244 or 200, forecast to be 244. It was 230 in November. I'll put the numbers there. 230 in November. If it becomes 250, I would have saved £100. This includes everything. The 2 cars, we average 750 to 1,000 miles each month, each car, each EV. We've got 2 EVs. So if you take that into context, in context and say, that is our fuel money and electricity running the house and everything. That is everything. Then you know what I mean by say, I am saving, you know. So, yeah. More houses down there. Anyway, that is me vlogging away as I, you know, recoup before the new year. As we start the new year, I just want to wish you all a happy new year. Those that are interested, do subscribe and like and comment and ask questions. As I said earlier, this channel is for learning, this channel is for sharing information. Just ask any question and engage. If there's no engagement, then it's not worth it. You know, as people that do YouTube videos will tell you, the filming bit, this is the easy part. The heavy part is when you are editing it, and you know it takes forever because you're trying to tell a story. So it's not an easy way. So do subscribe, do engage with me please, and subscribe to the channel. And thank you, and see you on the next one.